Unlike last episode, I've never been to Meridian State Park, but I got there before the sun came up on a chilly January morning and was able to do some light reading. One of my all-time favorite painters is a Swede named Anders Zorn. He was a master with water, and I had an idea. Maybe if I could look the part, I could paint like Zorn. Actually, I need the sun to be a little bit higher. I better go for a walk first. Meridian is another Texas state park built by the CCC, so there's some great old structures that would be fun to paint. But I'm out in nature today and it's a beautiful day, so I think I'd like to paint some part of the landscape. And while the dramatic view of the lake is interesting, and I'm somewhat intrigued by the thin layer of ice on top of this puddle, I actually think I'm going to challenge myself and try to capture the waves rippling across the surface of the lake and the interplay of light, like Zorn had done. Of course, the light won't stay consistent for me, but I'm going to try to get this dazzling light effect, like the example that I saw in Zorn's book. Since I lost my favorite cup, I'll have to fill a backup with Gamsol, which is just an odorless mineral spirits. I might also use a little linseed oil as a medium, but for my palette, I'm going to use Steps of Value in a cool gray. The first step to painting like Zorn is to go to his same source. He's famously quoted as saying, "I never spent much time thinking about others' art. I felt that if I wanted to become something, then I had to go after nature with all my interest and energy, seek what I loved about it, and desire to steal its secret and beauty." Regarding water, Zorn said, "What seems now to have particularly attracted me was the play of the water and the reflections, to really get the movement, put the ripples and everything in perspective, and scientifically explain it all with meticulous sharpness." Now, the one thing that I think I struggle with most in terms of painting like Zorn is revealed in a quote by Alex Reinhold Lindholm. "It is no paradox when I say that when Zorn painted carefully, he painted quickly. Each brushstroke was precisely calculated before being executed. First, the hand described the necessary motion in the air, and then the stroke was performed with style and confidence. Despite alterations caused by the model's movements, Zorn never painted anything, not the least thing, haphazardly. I'm afraid to say sometimes my marks are not deliberate and intentional enough, and they either look overly rhythmic or too haphazard. That certainly must be avoided if you are to paint like Zorn." I think to truly paint like Zorn, you have to free yourself from ultimate control. Allow the brushstrokes to speak, allow the colors to blend into each other as needed, and to get away from the stiffness that so often dominates my work. So I certainly don't feel that I am anywhere comparable to Zorn, but I sure do strive to paint as well as he did. One contemporary, Bruno Lillefors, once said, "We all looked at it and just said, it's so damn good." I don't know if I'll ever be able to loosen up to the degree that Zorn did. Maybe it's a fallacy to think that he was all that loose. Perhaps he was executing at a high rate of precision and was just able to make it look painterly and wonderful. But I have a long time left in my life, hopefully, to keep pursuing the goal of making wonderful paintings. And while I'm here in Meridian, before I cross it off the list, I'm going to do some final exploration in the lake itself. Time for a cold plunge. And then just a short drive past another magnificent Texas courthouse to a beloved Texas lake. I hope you'll join me there in my next episode.